Welcome back. On March 8th, 2016, a decorated American military veteran named Taylor Force was walking along in the Israeli city of Jaffa when, without warning, he was stabbed and killed by a Palestinian terrorist. The terrorist was then shot and killed by police. But under official Palestinian Authority law, the terrorist family receives a lifetime salary as a reward for his evil deed. Here's more with Itsamar Marcus of Palestinian Media Watch on this Pay for Slay program and how your taxpayer dollars are helping to support it. Now, are some American taxpayer dollars perhaps helping to pay those salaries? We know several millions, hundreds of millions of dollars go to the PA each year from the United States, from American taxpayers. Who knows where that money's going?
So until we actually exposed this and brought it to Congress, absolutely American money was going because America was giving money to the general Palestinian budget, which was going to pay for this. If the United States gives them $300 million or $400 million a year, and they designate it for other projects, it frees up the money to pay the salaries to terrorists. 26,000 families, another 6,300 prisoners who are getting their monthly salaries. Altogether, $350 million, a massive, massive part, about 7% of their full budget.
Mahmoud Abbas, just so our viewers recognize, look, he's the guy with the suit and tie who speaks at the UN, who's meeting with President Trump at the White House, legitimized from the international community. If you could, again, just a little bit more about his personal role in this incitement from the PA, some of the things that Abbas has perhaps said or condoned. And secondly, do you feel a little more confident maybe with the Trump administration that maybe they're going to call out the Palestinians on these various programs that incite and support terror?
Absolutely. The Trump administration is calling out on them. And for example, after the first meeting, Trump made this speech, or Abbas made this speech together with Trump, we're teaching our children a culture of peace. So we immediately, Palestinian Media Watch, immediately produced a video where we showed exactly all of these hate examples that I was just describing to you. How do you call it a culture of peace when you're teaching kids that Jews are monkeys and pigs? And then the next time that they met, according to the newspaper reports, Trump actually yelled at him. He said, "Why did you lie to me?" And then the deputy foreign minister was interviewed on TV and says, "What did you tell Trump?" He says, "It's all there on Palestinian Media Watch's website. Go look at it. This is Israel's deputy foreign minister." So we're giving it to the Israeli government, to Netanyahu, to the foreign ministry, and they are then using it as weapons, as ammunition, to prove exactly who Abbas is. So first of all, in terms of the current situation, the world is responding. Not just America, by the way. Europe is responding sometimes within hours. Literally within hours of our reports in condemnation of the Palestinians. So that's the first thing. Mahmoud Abbas, like you said, wears a tie. He's got this facade. He is more careful. But what he does is all the people around him, he sends out to say these horrific things. Mahmoud al-Abbas, Abbas's close advisor, went on television and defined for Palestinians what the fundamental conflict is with Israel. And he said it's not a new conflict. It's a historic conflict between Islam and the Jews. And the Jews, he said, represent evil, falsehood, the Satan and devil.
نحن ها هنا لسنا بدعا من الأمر. هو صراع بين حقيقتين، حقيقة الخير وحقيقة الشر. بين مشروعين، مشروع الرحمن ومشروع الشيطان. مشروع مرتبط بالله وبإرادة الله وبالحق وبالخير، ومشروع مرتبط بالظلم والشيطنة.
Israel is defined as Satan's project by the most important religious figure in the Palestinian Authority. Again, very close to Mahmoud Abbas. So Abbas isn't going to say it, but he has his close people, and he points these people into these positions.
He's very tactful about it. He himself won't be caught on camera saying it, but all of his close confidants, associates will deliver the message.
And appointees, and people he's appointed. For a period of 2 months, his government and all the PA leaders said that Israel was preparing to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque, to violate and defile the Al-Aqsa Mosque. There was a government decision that said, we will prevent the Israelis from destroying the Al-Aqsa Mosque and fulfilling their plan to build a temple in its stead. Well, so that was a government decision, and then a few weeks later, Abbas gets on TV and says, we have to defend Al-Aqsa with every which way, and even spill our blood for it. Today, the Israeli leadership, I'm sure understands Abbas. I'm sure that they know he's not a peace partner. There is international pressure to keep up this facade. And as long as that international pressure is there, Abbas will still be welcomed in the UN, in Europe, and in Washington, and not isolated and ostracized like he deserves.
Well, Itsamar, thank you so much for sounding the alarm. All the great work you're doing at Palestinian Media Watch, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Itsamar Marcus for sharing this vital information with us. Folks, you see the website there on your screen. Be sure to check out all of the great work of Palestinian Media Watch. There's a reason that parliaments around the world call on them regularly for their expertise. They are great. Well, up next, my final thoughts on how you can help hold the Palestinian Authority accountable. Find out how after the break.